Men and women. Is it possible for them to be equal? Well, this topic is very debatable. But if I were to answer this shortly, then yes, we are equal and also not. Men cannot give birth, and women cannot give birth without men. We are different in some ways and similar in others. We need both, we need each other to survive. The debate ends here. But surely you are here for more how we are equal and how we are not. So keep watching. And by the way, if you are watching this video for the first time, please do like and subscribe. As a small creator, it is so much needed and appreciated. So before we dive into our core topic, we need to learn a little more about our beginning, our history, because the topic is not as simple as you think. The lore goes deeper. We need to learn more about the disease first to be able to find its medicine. So back in the days, some hundreds and thousands of years ago, the society wasn't much different of compared to today's. It was patriotic and stereotypical. We actually need to go even further. We actually need to go at the very beginning of human civilization when we were just getting started at our feet. Back then, we lived in tribes with a few people, with a group, because you could not survive alone in such wilderness. And living in a tribe was your only and best option for survival. The only objective was to survive as long as possible. And for that, we had to hunt other animals because we did not know how to farm our own food. And we hunted any animal that came in our path while we moved to another place for more food. But who would go hunting? Kids? No, they are not experienced enough. Then old ones? No, they're too weak. Frankly, back then people did not even age much. Why? Because getting to be old was a privilege. You died far before that, either in a hunting group or in a disease. People back then dreamed of being old, and today we are afraid of it. Well, different time, different living, and different circumstances, so different outcomes. So, anyways, who would go hunting? Logically, those who are strong, brave, have aggression, and have the ability to take risk. And who they are? Men. Now, calm down, I'm not praising men, I still have a lot to explain. Because let's be honest, men are undoubtedly physically stronger than women. Any average man is still stronger than a pro female athlete. So it became obvious that men would go hunting. Because if we did the opposite, then everybody would starve to death. But did that make women less valuable? No. When men went to the wilderness hunting food for everyone, women in the caves did something men could never do: bear their children and raise them. Surely, without men, without food, a tribe would not survive. But for a tribe to die, you need a tribe first. And without women, there would be none. But does that mean women are more important? Obviously not. No one is better than the other one. We needed both to survive. Men did what women could not for both of us, and women did what men could not for both of us. It was not a competition, it was survival. Without women, there would be no men to go hunting, and without men, there would be no children for women to nurture. We did not sit in a cave deciding gender or roles. We reacted. We did whatever means necessary for survival. We could not send women out hunting because they were literally carrying the future generation within themselves. We could not risk our future generation, our existence, because that's the only way we could keep on lasting and humanity existed. For that reason, in many cultures, women were considered to be God because they could literally give birth to a new life. They were considered to be a goddess. And until now, we were literally equal. One could not survive without the other. And then we evolved. We changed. So what happened is that we evolved, we changed, and life was not all about survival anymore. We did not wake up in the morning and went to hunting as soon as possible. And women were not just about bearing children. As we evolved on agriculture, technology, laws, economics, many of the things that we did back then did not make sense anymore. We started emphasizing more on our wants, not on our needs. We cared more for physical and material possessions. Our desire for comfort, sex, and pride got more and more. and everything we did was somehow related to these three things. I have actually made a video about this, how these three things control everything we do. You should check this out. I'll provide the link in the description. Of course, after this video. Previously, men and women had different jobs, not because someone was superior or inferior, but because the circumstances wanted us to be that way. But we could never get past that mentality, the idea that men are physically stronger and bread earner, whereas women are weaker and just childbearer. Even though those conditions do not exist anymore, we still have that mentality. And this problem still exists in our current situation. But before we talk about our current situation, we need to clarify what do we mean by equality. Is it is equality about men and women doing exactly the same thing, or is it about men and women doing what they are more suitable for? Because if it is the first one, then men and women cannot be equal. We are literally cut out for different jobs. We cannot be equal in that sense. Because earlier we learned that men and women are different. We have different strengths and different weaknesses. So the solution is the second one. Just like you cannot eat with a knife and cut with a spoon, but they both are useful, they both are necessary to make up a kitchen, and they both have their respective fields where they excel. Men do the heavy work because they are physically stronger, such as farming and construction, and women do the teaching and nurturing because they are more emotionally mature. That's how men and women are equal, by doing their respective jobs, because society needs both. Society needs multiple specialization. But unfortunately, in today's world, the so-called feminist women and masculine men have misused and twisted the meaning of equality. To them, equality means being identical, and being different means worse or better. That's not what feminism is, or that's not what masculinity is. Feminism is a movement asking for rights to be able to own property, to be able to vote, and to be able to be free in a male dominated society. It was about basic human recognition, to be able to exist as an individual rather than being an extension of men. And being honest, feminism is necessary and important even today, because if you look around carefully, then you'd find that our society is still dominated by men, where women are neglected and have practically no respect. But we need the good and actual feminism, not the toxic one. And the same way, masculinity isn't just about going to the gym, blasting steroids, showing no emotion, being a stoic, or being an alpha or a sigma. True masculinity is humility, kindness, intelligence, responsibility, and being competent. Healthy masculinity is the strength with empathy, discipline with emotional intelligence, responsibility without dominance, and protection without control. Don't listen to the society that says men don't cry, men don't show their emotions, and men are worthless without success. You are worthy, worthy of love. Just keep doing what you're supposed to, and just don't listen to them. And we need to understand that we are not at a war. We must not fight each other. That is terrible thing which will be harmful for both of us. We are at a journey from birth to death, through hardships and laughter, through dusk and dawn. Whatever we face together with respect and love. We are two halves of the same species. If we stop fighting, trying to prove who is better, then maybe we'll finally be human again. Thank you for watching. And yes, if you are watching this video until now, then please do a like and subscribe. As a small creator, it is so much needed and appreciated. And also check out the video about sex, pride, and comfort. The link is in the description.